So about 8 months ago, a guy named Laurent thought it'd be fun to place green stars in some of the most evil places in Super Mario Galaxy 2. And now with the help of the great Waluigi, hate to break it to you mate, Waluigi ain't that great, he did the same with Galaxy 1. Because seriously, it was a nightmare to get some of these green bastards. Same rules as my hardest new green stars list, none that are just hard to find, and none that are hard because Lakitu's drunk. So you won't be seeing me rant about rolling greens on this list. Scratch that this star! The fountain is where these green stars really start to show their true colours. You'll see why later. The ones in the first level of Space Junk Galaxy isn't too bad, but the ones in the second level is a whole nother story. Like, how was I supposed to know this green star was here when you think you're hearing the twinkle of this green star, which is actually one of the more fairer ones to get in the game, but still pretty hard. The only way to get enough height to get up there is to perform a jump onto this crate, then do a tight double jump onto this crate, and then triple jump off that crate, spin, wall jump, and spin again, and try to land or grab the top of the bridge. But because of how slim the top is, it's very easy to slip off. Thankfully, once you do get up, it's a simple jump, but it always takes me quite a few tries to get it. It is one of the better green stars in the hack though. Typical that the hardest level in the game has one of the hardest green stars. The original level murdered me because everything burst your bubble, which was an instant death. Thankfully, this green star didn't give me as much trouble as the original star, but that doesn't mean I had an easy time with it. I guess I should be thankful this one doesn't require motion controls. On the opening platform, you need to backflip onto this small rotating platform, but because of its rotation and slim length, it's very easy to fall off it. Like seriously, I've had enough of falling to my death in this level in the past, and it only gets worse when you have to jump from each of the rotating platforms. The actual jump into the star itself isn't actually too bad, but good luck staying on the rotating platform to make that jump. Like the last one, this actually was a clever choice for a green star placement, and it's stars like this where the hack was actually fun. Wish I could be as positive for some of the later stars. And believe it or not, that's not the hardest green star in the Trial Galaxies. No, that honor goes to Rolling Gizmo. On the plus side, the ball's not here, so the motion controls are out. You can actually see the green star as you fly in, and then you realise you have to make several tricky jumps. You need to long jump here, which will take you to this sling star that sends you over here. You know what that means? A very tight long jump and spin to make it here. After that, you need to triple jump onto this red platform that has the star, and then you need to do another triple jump over towards it. But the run up you get is so tiny, meaning you have very little room to get the triple jump. I often have to triple jump and pull myself back just to get over. I've always hated that you need to get a run up to do a triple jump when you don't for a double jump. Like seriously, how's that work? And that was only amplified by this star. Looking back, I think the Sea Slide Kingdom should have been a 1-star galaxy, as all 3 stars were basically just going around the galaxy with a slightly different objective. As such, I'd imagine you couldn't really find places for green stars that could easily fit into either of the other levels, except for the 3rd level because it has the bee mushroom, which you need for the 2nd secret green star here. The star itself isn't too hard to find, but getting to it surely is. Normally this area is only used in the purple comet, but apparently you can use the bee mushroom to get up there. It's not easy. You need to grab this bee mushroom near the lighthouse, and then fly onto this red and white arch. But it's very easy to slip off and fall into the water, which eliminates your bee mushroom, so you'll have to swim back and get it. Lovely. There's also a 2nd red and white arch you need to get onto. That's not too bad, but that's where the fun bit comes in. Because at this point, you need to perform a very precise flying so Mario can just about jump on here. But often I don't get far enough and hit the wall, and fall into the water, so I have to do the whole process over again. You'd have thought the extra height from the co-star jump would help, but really it doesn't. And that just shows how hard this jump is. Thankfully, once Mario starts jumping here, you should be home free. Well, should be at least. So with the way this hack was set up, finding the 2nd secret star in one of the big galaxies was interesting, to say the least. As where the 1st secret green star was always in the 1st green star, the 2nd one could be in either the 2nd or 3rd green star. By the way, for the sake of convenience, I'm shortening the secret stars to S1 and S2 for the rest of the video. Anyway, like I already said, Sea Slide's S2 was in the 3rd star, whereas Dusty Dune's S2 is in the 2nd star. And it's all the way up here. How's anyone meant to find that without a guide? But it gets worse. The only way up there is via a glitch. Yay! You need to ground pound on this switch, wait like 30 seconds, and then do an almost frame perfect jump to launch yourself ridiculously high in the air. And try not to miss on the way back down. Or just flukily flying right into it works too. Because if you do, oh great, do I really have to wait another 30 seconds doing nothing? So if you can't do frame perfect jumps, you're going to be waiting a while.
I'm bored! Whee! Yeah!
Oh hey, it's Honey Hive Galaxy in the autumn. Seriously, this galaxy was very uninspired, and it's home to some of the most obnoxious green stars in this tag. There's a green star somewhere around here. I think Lakiyu's still drinking. The one that gave me the most hell that wasn't for the camera is the third. You can easily find it, I mean it's in the opening cutscene, but actually getting up there, not quite as easy. You need to get B Mario to this platform, not too bad, but then you have to realise the precise jump and flight you have to make to reach this star. Oh, and if you miss, well, have fun climbing back up. I'm not kidding when I say some of these green stars feel like they belong in a Kaizo hack, like S1 in Battle Rock. Like seriously, I was not impressed when I first played this and saw this green star chilling out over there. And this was apparently nearly the normal star as well. I'd have had fun progressing through the game if that was the case. So how do you get this star? Well, there's two ways. A very precise triple jump off the platform at the side of it, or B, using the slope glitch here, until you get out of the gravity's range. Then you have to perform several slope glitches all the way around here, whilst avoiding the cannons. That part's not too bad. Usually. Seriously, why was glitches involved in some of these green stars? Kitchens are a dangerous place, especially when there's green stars that's been placed by, well, you know. The Ghostly Galaxy had several annoying ones to get, like the one in the bone pen, the one that kept killing me even though I got it, game over my ass, but the worst of the bunch has to be S1. To get this green star, you need to head over to the mansion, kill the boo to open the locked door, and then find all 5 star chips. After that, you need to use the launch star to fly over to the top of the house whilst getting the star bits to come out from the planet. Are you kidding me? There's only one way you can get to this. You have to constantly spin and mash the hell out of the A button on this blue star. I suggest you use the nunchuck to shake here, because would this be possible otherwise? Basically, let me demonstrate what you have to do to get this star. Yeah, it's as awkward as it looks. And we're heading back to the Sea Slide Galaxy. You thought the second secret green star here was bad? You'd be right. But there's another green star in this galaxy that's at least 10 times worse than this, and it's in the same friggin' level. What's harder than 3 precise jumps and flights off red and white arches? 1 very precise jump and flight off a moving cloud. You need to get B Mario to this cloud, which isn't too bad, but the amount of room for error in the jump and flight from this cloud is borderline 0. Even when you jump at the very edge of the cloud and mash the out of the A button, I always seem to end up just missing. Not even the co-star jump can help you. Again, I often just end up missing even though the camera makes it look like I have enough distance to get the star. You f***ing lied to me, Lakiy, too. If it wasn't for this co-star jump, this easily would have been number 1, which leaves number 1. So with the galaxies that require motion controls to get through, a lot of the times you didn't even need them to get the green stars. That certainly wasn't the case for the manta rays. The one in Loop-de-Swoop isn't too bad, you just need to jump off here with some decent aim. But the one in Loop-de-Loop, however... Oh, anyone who's been watching my live streams knew this one was going to be high on the list, and I can't think of another green star that's given me this much hell. That wasn't for the camera. After you have to replay the tutorial, seriously, I know how the manta ray works, mate. You have to make your way to this drop, jump off at the final red ring, and steer the manta ray into the green star. But you pretty much have to swerve into it. But often I just end up missing, and Mario ends up murdering manta ray after manta ray after manta ray. Every 2 minutes, a manta ray is murdered by Mario for a green star. But you can help. Call 1-800, insert fake number here, to donate just £1 to the Saving Manta Ray funds. And with this, we can persuade this hack's creators to place green stars in much better locations. Because seriously, for years I've wanted to be able to have something like the green stars in Galaxy 2 in the original Galaxy, and this hack could have been something really awesome. But instead, we get shit like this, which I must have spent over 2 friggin' hours trying to get. This hack